What's up? So if you're new here, then you're probably curious about Notion, and if you found my video, it must be fate, so yeah, you gotta like at this point. But hey, if you don't want to, if you want to see, wait and see, hopefully I can convince you. But let's get into how to use Notion. So here I am in the Notion page. So this is a brand new page I created. Now, if you're curious how I created this page, you're just gonna come here and then hit plus to create a new page right there. I know it looks a little bit daunting, but one way that you can kind of get through it is have a task in mind. So know what you kind of want to do. So right now I'm going to be putting together a calendar with some schoolwork just to make it more applicable to our lives rather than straight tutorial. So I feel like that would be a lot easier to follow along with. Plus, a lot of people need calendars and they use calendars. Now, Notion isn't a great replacement for a complete calendar app since it doesn't have like reoccurring events and stuff like that, but it is super nice for like creating YouTube videos, which is something pretty specific to me. But no matter what your field is, even if you are freelance work, all of that kind of stuff, it works perfect for that. I believe it'll probably save you thousands of dollars just making sure everything looks professional on your part. Or if you're a student, making sure that you're on top of all your classwork is super nice, and it actually saves you a lot of time in the long run. I mean, I don't know where I would be without Notion since that's basically how I organize everything. But let's get into how to create this page. So we're gonna start out here. The top is an untitled, so we can write whatever we want. So we're gonna start out with master calendar. And essentially we're putting it so it is like the calendar of everything. So we're gonna type in master calendar here. Something that's really cool about Notion is it really focuses on the actual aesthetic of the page. So I can come up here and I can add an icon. I actually prefer some of the Notion icons, so I'm just gonna type in calendar. And you can change the color to whatever you want. So let's just make it black to keep everything kind of central here. And then we can add a cover right here and make this cover kind of whatever you want. So you can make it just simple color, which is what I'm gonna do. And there we go. So you've already started like kind of customizing your page, making it look nice, but let's get into the true customizability. So Notion mostly runs off databases. You know what databases are like, you can just think of like if you type your email into somewhere into like a spreadsheet and then you have like a name column and like the email next to it. It's a way to format all of your data into one spot. What's really nice about Notion is you can actually put pages within that database. So if we go here and then we just type in inline database, we're going to create a new database right here. So with this database, we can basically put all our calendar events on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to title this a master, because that's kind of what the database is. And then we're just going to hide database table. And what we have right here is a database. So if you ever use spreadsheet or Excel, it kind of looks something like that. And this has a lot of the same features. You can even do equations and stuff like that. But let's go into here and we'll edit the view one more time. And we can change this layout to be anything that we want. So we can change it to a calendar view, board view, a timeline view, a gallery view, list view. And let's just stick with the calendar view for now. So essentially what we're gonna do is when we wanna create a new page, so let's say we have a class coming up on the 22nd right here, we can create this page and say math class right here. And within math class, we can create some properties. Now, what our properties are like ways to organize your data. So right here, you can see it preset the date because we click that date in there. And let's say we want to add a time to this. So we'll do include time and we'll just say it's at 3 p.m. right here. And there we go. We have that time in there as well. And if we want to add a property such as homework, for example, we can do file right here in files and media, and then we name this to homework. And let's say your homework's like a PDF or something like that. It's just like a PDF or something. You can actually attach it in here, so you can upload your file or you can link to it. So we'll just upload this random thing right there. And there we go. We have the link to the file right there. So if it's a PDF, we can work on it super easily through here. Now these properties are really powerful because you're actually able to do multi-selects, dates, add people to them. There's so many different stuff you can do. You can even do contacts in here, like different phone numbers and emails. But we're just gonna go in here and then create a multi-select right here. So select process right here, and then we can hit done. And then so you can have your homework all on this list right here. So you see it says haven't started. And so we have that homework right there. And within this math class page, we can also add different stuff to it. So we're gonna go back out of here and you'll see we have that math class right there. Now we can add another view if we want to sort this kind of stuff. So we're going to add another view and make kind of a list view right now. And this view is of that same database, which is really cool. So if I just change this and do homework, we can go in here and then create that homework right there. And then within here, we're gonna come hit filter, and then we're gonna do filter by process and haven't started. So all of the homework that hasn't been started will show up here. So you see, once I come to school, if I do this homework and then I mark it as done, you'll see that if I come into homework, it's done. It's no longer on there. So if I have another new homework assignment, I just create new, and then let's title this assignment like math worksheet, right? And then we can come in here, and I should have done this before, but we can create a select again, and we'll name this like class, right? And within class, we can put math. So for the class, I put math right there, and we can switch it up to be like science or whatever we want it to be. So we'll come back and hit math real quick, and then we can sort stuff by class since I made that as a process. I hope you're kind of understanding how this is working. So we're just gonna come in here, and then we can create a list, and this will be math assignments, right? And then you're gonna filter it by class, and then we're gonna do math, and then we can add a second filter here, which will say the process is haven't done yet. So that'll basically make it so that if you have something in your math class and the homework isn't done, it'll show up right here. But let's say it's in any class, it'll actually just show up right here, and we can hide this title just to tidy it up a little bit. So that's kind of the basics of databases. Now, databases are gonna run most of your things. I'm gonna show you mine. Personal database. So this is my home page right here. I know this looks super daunting, but I added custom stuff to it, and you can see right here is that same concept. So all of my stuff, when I click on it right here, show you a script for my next video. It tells you what part of the process I'm actually in on that. And I can move things around super easily. So let's say that I'm working on the video and I want to release it a little bit ahead of time. I can actually move that right there, and that's going to come out tomorrow then. And then I can move that back, which this is the actual video I'm recording right now. But yeah, and you can see you can add things, and all of these are based off of databases. So all of these databases show up right here. Next, I want to talk about links and different links to things. So you can see I have my school page right here, and everything's linked to this database, and I can actually come down here, and if I hit slash, it brings me to the blocks. Now, each one of these blocks is super important for formatting different things. So if you scroll through, you'll kind of get the gist of it, but you have different sections within the blocks. Now, before I typed in database inline to get this actual database right here, but if I want to make a full page database, I just type in database full page, and I'll actually create a new page that is just completely a database. But if I go back to the master calendar page right here, you'll see it links to that page of that full database. So let's say I want to link to a new page. So I'll just type in slash and then I type in page, and this will actually create a new page. So what I've done here is, let's say I'm going on a trip, and here's my travel plans right here. And so you can see I can put in different things on here. So I put in a slash and then a table. And when I do slash table, it'll actually pop up with a table right there. And I can come in, add stuff. So as I did above, you do like Tuesday. And if I want to create a budget for this, I can type in all the stuff I want in the rows. So I'll do like $40. But let's say I want to turn this into like kind of a database. So we're going to type in database. And just like I did before, databases are super useful for things like this. So I'll do travel. And essentially what you want to do when you're titling the database is you are creating a new database every time you hit that database button. But let's say I want to link to one of my previous ones, like my master calendar. So I'll do slash and then database. And then we're going to go down to linked view of database. So when I go to linked view, then I can link it to that master calendar that I had before. And for this one, we can just sort it by a week view. So this is a new view, so we'll do link to master and then create new empty view. We're gonna call this week view. And then we'll do calendar show as week. And there we go. Then we can have that week view, and like we can go to whatever date we want. So we're gonna do like travel plans right there, and then we can create a flight. So there you go. You basically mastered how to get around, how to link to pages, and how to do databases. Now, in my opinion, this is like 90% of what you're gonna be doing, and this is probably the hardest part of this tutorial because the rest is pretty easy. We're gonna go over some formatting and different things like that. So as far as formatting goes, it's pretty simple. If you type in slash H1, it's gonna be the biggest formatting. So I'll do H1 right there. And if I do slash H2, that's gonna be a subheading. So I'll do H2 and then slash H3. It's gonna be your smallest level text. So this is normal size right there. And if I hit Shift A and I take all this out, let's say I wanna create, I'm just typing out like plans of what I'm gonna do. So I'll do slash page. And so I'm gonna link to a new page right here. So we're gonna do slash page, and then we'll just say like brain dump for trip. right there. And then within this brain dump, we could just write in random stuff that we need to add and stuff like that. So we're gonna do slash h2 last minute packing list. And so when you're formatting your page, let's say you want to have something on the left side and the right side, since often that's pretty important. So we're going to do slash and then column, and you can do a 2, 3, 4, or a 5 column. Often I do 2 because that's like easiest. And you'll see now it's broken up into 2 sides. So if I pull right here, pull that to that side, and there we go, that's on the left side. And then over here I can do slash h2, and then on this side we can do last minute purchases right there. And I want to make this look a little bit nicer than it is right now, so I'm going to do slash and then divider, and this will actually bring a little divider to that right there, divider. And what's really nice about Notion is buttons. So they're one of the more important tools within Notion if you're going to be using it consistently, since often it's kind of daunting to keep typing slash and stuff like that. Now what these let you do is they're a one-click action, and they will let you create several different things happening from that one action. So you can get super advanced with this, but I'm just going to do slash and then button, and right there it'll pop up with the button. So we're going to do new to do right there, or new, I guess, last minute item, and then we're gonna do I don't know, type in an item right there. There we go. And then all we have to do is hit add step, and then we're gonna do insert block. And so within this block, we can actually just type in whatever we would normally. So we're gonna do slash and then to do right there. So if I take that out and then hit done, every time I click this, it's gonna pull up a new one. So yeah, as you can see on the left side, it actually added that to do box. So then I can create a new to do right here. And if I wanna easily copy this over, all you have to do is hit the option button and just pull it over that other side, and it's gonna create the same exact thing. So I can come in here and it's gonna create as many to-dos as I want. So this is really powerful if I wanna create new templates or pages with templates in them. So if I wanna delete this step, and I'll do insert new block, and then I do slash page, it'll actually create a new page. And this is a template. So what's really cool about this is it can constantly be the same kind of page. So if I want to make a template page that is, for example, school notes, then I can come down here and I can do slash h2, and then I'll write today's subject, and I'll come down here and I'll do, and then underneath that I'll write the subject. So I'll do subject, and then this will be the name of the actual assignment and stuff like that. And then what's really cool about Notion, this is kind of a side note, but if I hit space on any page, it'll actually let me write with AI, which is super nice. You can actually read full pages. I've used it to create budgets and stuff like that, and create all kinds of different things. But if I want to do slash write an example of a science lecture notes, and you'll see it's actually just going to create example notes. And I don't know why you would want to have this in a template, but you see at the top it says you're editing a template. So if we go back and we hit new button, it'll create a new school note, and I click on that, it'll be this. So I can change this to science note, and then I go back, and then I can go and create another science note, and it'll be the same thing. So it's really nice. You can constantly create different things and create templates that way. And as you get to use Notion, you're gonna learn a lot of different things. Now, one I didn't really touch on that can be super powerful is called slash embed. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it was pretty insightful. This is kind of like an overview, but I wanted to get into databases because I feel like that's the most powerful Notion can be, is when you're really pushing the databases to their limit. I've used them for hundreds of different things, and they're super applicable to literally everything that you could do. This is where I keep all of my life, all my planning, everything like that. So it's super cool that it can do all that all in one package, and it's all for free, which is super nice. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, be sure to drop a subscribe or a like, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video.